There are moments in human life that don't take long to occur, but at times they leave a scar that may take a lifetime to demolish. We amalgamate some pieces of CCTV footage from all around the globe that will be hard to forget, at least for the people involved in the incident. Our first footage begins with a view of Virginia Street, a seemingly ordinary neighborhood street in Buffalo. The camera angle captures a broad perspective, including sidewalks, parked cars, and a few moving vehicles. This static shot provides a clear backdrop for the events that unfold. A sudden burst of activity is observed when individuals on the street react to what appears to be gunshots. People are seen scattering, running in various directions, indicating panic and an immediate sense of danger. The reactions are swift, highlighting the unexpected nature of the incident. As the camera continues to roll, the focus shifts to identifying the individuals involved. Several figures are seen moving quickly, some crouching or ducking for cover. The behavior of these individuals can provide clues about the source and direction of the gunfire. The footage may also capture suspects fleeing the scene or attempting to conceal their identity. Law enforcement's response is a critical part of the footage. Police vehicles arrive on the scene, and officers are seen taking strategic positions, likely assessing the situation and ensuring public safety. Their actions demonstrate the immediate response to the threat and efforts to control the environment. Finally, the timeline of events is crucial in understanding the incident. The sequence from the first gunshot to the arrival of police and the subsequent actions of both bystanders and law enforcement can provide insights into the incident's dynamics. This detailed examination helps in piecing together the narrative and identifying key moments within the footage. Our second CCTV footage shows a 13-year-old girl who falls unconscious after her hair gets caught in a pool sucker. The people staying with her were able to save her by performing first aid. The incident highlights the dangers of hair entanglement in pool circulation systems, particularly in areas where suction outlets are not properly designed or maintained. Hair entanglement can occur when bathers swim too close to bottom drains or suction outlets, and their hair becomes trapped in the grills or outlets. This can lead to serious injury or even death if not addressed promptly. In this case, the people staying with the girl quickly responded by performing first aid, which likely involved freeing her hair from the suction outlet and providing medical attention to stabilize her condition. This incident underscores the importance of proper pool design and maintenance to prevent such accidents. Pool operators and designers must ensure that suction outlets are designed with safety in mind, including features such as raised grills and sufficient open water area to prevent entanglement. Our third footage shows a disturbing incident where a dog named Chewy was hanged to death at a pet spa. The owner of the dog, who is visibly distraught, recounts the incident in detail. Chewy was taken to the spa for grooming, but the staff failed to ensure her safety, resulting in her being strangled to death. The owner describes the incident as a painful and traumatic experience for both Chewy and herself. She expresses outrage and disappointment at the negligence of the pet spa, which she believes is responsible for Chewy's death. The incident highlights the importance of proper supervision and care in pet grooming facilities to prevent such tragedies from occurring. The owner explains that Chewy was a baby dog, only a few months old, and was taken to the spa for a routine grooming session. However, the staff failed to properly secure Chewy's leash or supervise her during the session, allowing her to get tangled in a hook or cord. The owner believes that the staff was either careless or incompetent, leading to Chewy's death. The owner's emotional account of the incident is heartbreaking, as she describes the pain and suffering Chewy must have endured before passing away. She also expresses frustration and anger at the lack of accountability from the pet spa, which she believes has failed to take responsibility for its actions. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of proper pet care and supervision, particularly in facilities that are entrusted with the well-being of our beloved pets. It also highlights the need for stricter regulations and accountability measures to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. The owner emphasizes that Chewy was a loving and innocent dog who did not deserve to die in such a horrific manner. She hopes that her story will raise awareness about the importance of proper pet care and supervision and will lead to changes in the way pet grooming facilities operate. The incident has left the owner with a deep sense of loss and grief, and she is still trying to come to terms with the tragic loss of her beloved pet. She hopes that by sharing her story, she can help prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future and ensure that other pets are treated with the care and respect they deserve. Our fourth footage shows a pit bull being walked on a leash by a small child when it suddenly breaks free and attacks a Pomeranian that is being walked by its owner. The attack is brutal and relentless, with the pit bull viciously biting and thrashing the Pomeranian. The owner of the Pomeranian tries to intervene, but is unable to stop the attack. The Pomeranian is severely injured and requires emergency medical treatment. The owner is visibly distraught and is seen cradling the motionless dog in his arms. The incident highlights the dangers of dog-on-dog attacks and the importance of proper supervision and control over dogs, especially a dog like Pit Bull. The video also raises concerns about the potential for such attacks to occur in the future, particularly if the pit bull is not properly trained or controlled. Although the pit bull's owner is not visible in the video, it is believed that a young child was walking the dog at the time of the attack. At this point, the safety of the child is also a matter of concern. Our fifth footage illustrates a tale from the heart of Memphis, Tennessee. A seemingly ordinary gas station on Winchester Road became the backdrop for a violent and chaotic event. On the evening of May 29, 2024, three men found themselves caught in a hail of bullets, their lives forever altered. The Marathon gas station, nestled inconspicuously in the 4,800 block of Winchester Road, stood witness to the unfolding tragedy. It was a place where people fueled their cars, grabbed snacks, and exchanged casual conversations. But on that fateful day, the mundane transformed into the macabre. Three suspects, their faces obscured by the dark-tinted windows of a gray newer model Nissan Altima, pulled up to the gas station. Their intentions were far from innocent. Outside, three other men, unaware of the impending danger, stood chatting near the store entrance. The suspects approached, their footsteps echoing like a sinister prelude. Then, the air crackled with the staccato rhythm of bullets. Two victims crumpled to the ground, their bodies absorbing the impact. Blood stained the pavement, and panic swept through the gas station like wildfire. The third victim, though wounded, clung to life, a fragile thread connecting him to the chaos. As swiftly as they had arrived, the suspects fled. Their escape route led them northbound on Boxdale Sate, leaving behind a scene of horror and confusion. The gas station attendants dialed Crime Stoppers. The community held its breath, grappling with fear and anger. And so, the gas station, a mundane outpost of convenience, became a symbol of violence, resilience, and the fragility of existence. In the aftermath, investigators combed through shattered glass, shell casings, and witness accounts. The city mourned, and questions lingered. Why here? Why them? And what darkness had driven those three men to pull the trigger? In the shadow of the Marathon gas station, the human condition unfolded, a canvas painted with fear, pain, and the indomitable will to survive. Our sixth footage shows a story from West Charlotte. A gas station became the scene of a dramatic shootout. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg police released surveillance footage that reveals a tense exchange of firearm discharges involving multiple masked suspects. These suspects confronted a group of people outside the B&K Gas and More station on Glenwood Drive. As the video unfolds, bystanders scatter, seeking cover from the hail of bullets. The gas station, once a mundane stop for fuel and snacks, transformed into a battleground. The masked figures, intentions hidden behind their disguises, fired shots. leaving an indelible mark on the quiet surroundings. The incident raises questions. Who were these masked individuals? What led to this violent confrontation? And what impact will it have on the community? Our seventh footage depicts the quiet expanse of a dimly lit parking lot along Riggs Road, where the mundane routine of refueling vehicles collided violently with the unexpected. On June 14th, 2023, two male figures, unseen faces, their identities shrouded, became central characters in a grim tableau. The setting was unremarkable. A nondescript lot where streetlights cast harsh glows upon asphalt. Ordinary people, some filling gas tanks, others grabbing late-night snacks, found themselves unwitting witnesses. Their lives intersected with fate as bullets tore through the air. Victim 1, a young male, clung to life. His body bore the impact of those merciless projectiles, leaving him critically wounded. The pavement beneath him absorbed his blood, a stark reminder of vulnerability. Victim 2, another male, lay motionless nearby. Death had claimed him, leaving behind unanswered questions. Who were these masked figures? What vendetta or twisted motive led to this violent confrontation? As the echoes of gunfire faded, the parking lot transformed. It ceased to be a mundane waypoint and became a haunting memory, a canvas painted with fear, pain, and the indomitable will to survive. Our eighth footage describes an incident from October 2021. Tragedy struck just outside Ambala Bakery in Ambala City. A 21-year-old youth fell victim to a fatal stabbing. The suspect, a 17-year-old juvenile, harbored a deep-seated grudge against the victim. Allegedly, the victim had previously assaulted him. After committing the crime, the suspect's friend, 19-year-old Aditya, aided his escape on a bike. Fast forward to August 2022, when a chilling discovery unfolded in Ambala. 6 members of a family were found dead in their home. The 34-year-old man, suspected of strangulating his parents, wife, and 2 children, left behind a haunting suicide note. The reasons behind this tragic incident remain undisclosed, leaving the community in shock and grief. These incidents have cast a shadow over Ambala Bakery, turning it from a place of freshly prepared pastries to a grim backdrop for crime. Authorities continue to investigate, seeking justice and answers. In our 9th incident, the woman suddenly starts choking on a piece of food that is stuck in her airway, blocking her ability to breathe. She is unable to talk, cough forcefully, or make any sounds. Seeing her distress, the people staying with her spring into action. They recognize the signs of choking, her inability to talk, difficulty breathing, and flushed skin that is turning pale. One person stands behind the woman and wraps their arms around her waist. They make a fist with one hand and place it just above her navel. Covering the fist with their other hand, they give 5 quick upward abdominal thrusts. If the object does not dislodge after 5 thrusts, they alternate between 5 back blows and 5 abdominal thrusts. After that, the food is finally expelled from her airway. The woman is able to breathe normally again, and the crisis is averted thanks to the quick thinking and first aid skills of those around her. This dramatic incident highlights the importance of knowing how to recognize and respond to choking emergencies. Learning techniques like the Heimlich maneuver can truly mean the difference between life and death when someone's airway is obstructed by a foreign object. In our next clips, we see that in the early hours of a Tuesday morning, a man identified as Renatinho met a violent end in Chapadão do Sul, a town located 330 kilometers from Campo Grande. The incident unfolded at the intersection of Rua Maranhão and Rua Nova Esperança. Renatinho was wounded for the first time near the corner of these streets. Despite his injuries, he attempted to flee from the assailant, but the pursuit continued. On Rua Paranaíba, the assailant caught up with him. Before emergency personnel could arrive, they fired 3 more shots with the assistance of an accomplice, fatally wounding Renatinho. The suspicion is that this crime is linked to drug trafficking, as Renatino had a history of encounters with law enforcement. The perpetrators are still at large, leaving a terrifying scene in Chapadão do Sul, a town that is now characterized by violence and unanswered questions. Our next incident, in a brazen daylight robbery at the new Salt Rock Center in KwaZulu-Natal, 5 armed men targeted the Natal Diamonds jewelry store. The robbery went unnoticed by shoppers and security alike, allowing the robbers to make off with over 1 million rand in jewelry. The incident unfolded when a man dressed in traditional Islamic clothing entered the store, requesting shop assistant Casey Leith to open a display case. 4 more men joined him, 2 of them armed. They forced the store owner, Norman Parnell, and Leith into a back room, restraining Parnell with cable ties. The robbers spent nearly 10 minutes inside the store, strategically hiding behind display cases as people walked past. Parnell managed to activate the panic button after they left. He has offered a 200,000 rand reward for the recovery of the stolen jewelry and the arrest of the criminals. The getaway car, a white X-Series BMW, was later recovered by the police. Our next incident occurred on December 14, 2018. An attempted robbery and stabbing occurred at Vanna Watch and Jewelry in South Pasadena. 2 suspects entered the store, initially posing as customers. However, one of the suspects drew a knife and pointed it at the owner, demanding all the watches. The incident was captured on surveillance video, and the South Pasadena Police Department sought assistance in identifying the 2 African-American male adults involved. Our next footage covers an incident from March 16th. An off-duty police officer in California was at a gas station when he noticed a man whom he suspected of stealing Mentos candy. The officer confronted the man, accusing him of theft. However, it turned out that the man had actually purchased the candy. Surveillance video footage confirmed that the man had paid for the Mentos. Despite the misunderstanding, the off-duty officer had already pulled out his gun during the confrontation. The incident highlights the importance of accurate assessment and communication in law enforcement situations, even when off-duty. Fortunately, no one was harmed, but it serves as a reminder of the need for vigilance and restraint in such encounters. On November 30th, 2016, at approximately 3:45 p.m., a man in his late 30s entered a uniform store. The salesman approached the assumed customer to ask if he needed any assistance. However, the situation escalated when the customer, who was likely intoxicated, became aggressive. He smacked the salesman's hand while the salesman had his back to the camera. The suspect repeatedly threatened to harm the salesman and used profanity. Despite the salesman's attempt to defend himself with pepper spray, the suspect's intoxication may have affected its effectiveness. Ultimately, the suspect was arrested, but this incident highlights the need for safety awareness and self-defense measures in retail environments. This footage was taken on August 19, 2019. An armed robbery took place at Terry's Market in Dedham, Massachusetts. The incident was captured on surveillance video. The unknown suspect entered the store and demanded money from the store clerk. The suspect threatened the clerk and demanded that they open the register. The suspect fled towards Sherman Road with an undisclosed amount of cash from the store. The FBI's Violent Crimes Task Force in Boston is seeking assistance in identifying the suspect responsible for this and other similar robberies in the greater Boston area between May 24, 2019 and September 21, 2019. The video that comes next shows an accident at a paper mill where a worker was seriously hurt by a paper rolling machine. The incident highlights the importance of workplace safety protocols and the devastating consequences of negligence. It depicts the worker suffering harm at the hands of the paper rolling machine, which is rollers the worker's body. The incident highlights the importance of proper safety measures and protocols in the workplace to prevent such accidents from occurring. The video also raises concerns about the potential for similar incidents to occur in the future, particularly if workplace safety protocols are not in place or are not being followed. Proceeding to the next footage, here on board an MSC ship, a mooring gang in the port station was retrieving the rope. The tail of the mooring line became jammed in the capstan, and the winchman failed to notice. As a result, he continued hoisting the rope, unaware that it was caught. By the time he recognized it, it was too late, and the tension in the tail's eye caused it to shatter, badly injuring the winchman. The incident is being investigated by the authorities to determine the cause of the failure to realize the stuck rope and the subsequent snapping of the tail. The investigation will likely focus on the procedures and protocols in place for mooring operations and the training and experience of the winchman. The incident serves as a reminder of the importance of workplace safety and the need for proper procedures and protocols in place to prevent accidents. It also underscores the importance of training and experience for workers in the maritime industry. Our next incident occurred at a flour factory, where a thief entered the premises with the intention of stealing money. The thief, who was not identified, broke into the factory by using an iron plate to break open the cash box. Once inside, he looted the money and left the place, leaving behind a trail of destruction and chaos. The incident was captured on camera, which showed the thief entering the factory, breaking the cash box, and looting the money. The video footage is available at the provided URL, and it provides a clear view of the thief's actions and the damage caused to the factory. There were no injuries reported in the incident, but the factory suffered significant damage to its cash box and other valuables. The thief's actions caused a significant financial loss to the factory, and the incident highlights the importance of securing cash boxes and other valuables in factories and other businesses. Our next footage shows the aftermath of a fire caused by a lithium-ion battery in a lead battery recycling facility. The fire caused significant damage to the facility and put the workers at risk. Lithium-ion batteries should never be disposed of with lead-acid batteries or in regular trash, as they can cause fires and explosions. They require specialized recycling processes to safely recover the valuable materials inside while minimizing environmental and safety risks. When a lithium-ion battery enters the lead battery recycling stream, it can have very serious consequences. Lithium-ion batteries are fundamentally different from lead-acid batteries and require different recycling processes. If a lithium-ion battery is accidentally mixed in with lead-acid batteries during the recycling process, it can cause fires and explosions due to the high energy density and flammable electrolytes in lithium-ion batteries. Our last incident was captured on camera. Unidentified individuals carried out a daring bank robbery in Lucky Marwat. The footage shows them entering the bank premises, brandishing weapons, and demanding money from the staff and customers. The robbers then fled the scene with their loot. Law enforcement authorities are likely investigating the case to identify the suspects and bring them to justice. The incident highlights the importance of security measures and vigilance in financial institutions. Banks and other financial institutions should have robust security measures in place to prevent such incidents from occurring. This includes installing security cameras, hiring security personnel, and implementing strict access controls. Thanks for being with us. To get more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe.